Hello everybody, this is Power, and I'm going to be doing something different. Like take a break from Let's Playing. I'm going to be talking about the Skullgirls DLC characters that might come out when the when Skullgirls reach their incentives. Currently, they just passed $600,000, and that is a big incentive. And they're almost reaching the max incentive of 725, and where they get, I believe, a new engine to make the characters. I'm currently not on the page now, but let's talk about the characters for now. They, I believe, have over 30 characters that they have designed for the DLC, but we can only choose three. That is what I've read. So there are three DLC characters, and this video is gonna be split into two parts. You have about 15 for this part and 16 for the other part, because there's 31 characters in all. And if you can, please donate to the Skull to keep Skullgirls growing. So for the and please keep in mind that these characters, these are not their final design. So it might change. So first character is Umbrella, the youngest princess of the Canopy Kingdom. Umbrella is drawn into the current conflict by familiar presence. She has grown up sheltered from the full circumstances surrounding her mother's death. What effect will the truth have on her? Now, by looking at her character, she kind of looks like a mix between Double, Parasol, and Peacock. Like, her umbrella is Parasol. The eyes kind of look a mix between Peacock and Double. So I think like her fighting style might be like kind of like Parasol, where like I never, and just to let you guys know, I never played the Skullgirls game. I'm gonna be playing that when I get my PS3 this fall. So yeah, I think and I'm basing this off of like videos I seen. So I think she's gonna like play like kind of like Parasol, like having like bombs, like placing bombs some places like around the screen. Um, her playstyle speculation. Umbrella's living weapon, Hunger, has an insatiable ins- insatiable appetite. Choose between using Hunger to end special moves for extra advantages throughout the match, or let Hunger build for more damage later. Hunger take, takes on the shape of various nightmares mouth as it tries to consume the enemy, ranging from horse heads to anemones. Expect lots of teeth. Some of its attacks may have a bit of a Takashi Murakami vibe to it. So I'm guessing like Hunger is kind of like Samson for Phila. And like her gameplay inspiration is based off of Holy Holy Order Soul from Guilty Gear Agent Core, Wario was far from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and May from another from Guilty Gear, Roll Marvel's Capcom, and Shuma Gorath from Marvel Super Hero. The second character is Murray, She's the final boss for every character in Skullgirls. The current Skullgirl who rose from the ashes of the Grand War. Her country of Roman of Romagal Grad fell into anarchy, becoming part of the growing no man's land. As she focused her wrath on those who prey on its victims, the full extent of her powers remained unknown. Um, as you can tell, well, if you can see, there will probably be some pictures on screen, but I'm thinking like she's gonna be like a mix of a long range and a short range character. Those bones like above her can be her long range, and her vacuum in hand can be like kind of like a sword. And she might use that bag that connects to the vacuum like as like a kind of whip, maybe. I don't know. Her playstyle speculation. With the power of the Skullgirl in her, Marie can summon undead minions in her, use her maid skills to cleanse the world of her enemies, and even vacuum up the corpse of the fallen to increase her own power. Hmm. So she is inspired by Rachel Alki, the backwards of Dracula from Blaze Blue, some Sanson from Marvel's Capcom 2, Megame from Spaceballs, and some Toho series. I I don't know what to say about this character. Black Delilah. Well, I know Black Delilah is like from LA Noir criminal. Lorenzo Medici, right-hand woman, who takes thorough enjoyment in her work. Little is known about her outside the carnage left in her wake, which has spanned decades without slowing her down. Only two of her targets have walked away so far. Oversights she plans to rectify soon. So I'm looking at like the Skullgirls page. I'm looking through to see like what kind of like rivalries she might have, or like some comparison to the other characters. Peacock maybe using like her gun to keep away, like because Peacock has long arms. Well, I think she has long arms. Her playstyle speculations. Black Delilah keeps her arsenal well hidden: grenade launchers, tear gas, and hidden knives. She isn't above dirty tactics, cloaking her movements using her dollies. One attack may look like it will go one way when she shifts into another. Don't let the giant gun distract you when the blade hidden in the kneecaps is tearing at your liver. Just how much of her is mechanical anyway? Mm. So, so I'm guessing she's like a fake out. You do one move, then I can move straight into another. Uh, Inspired by Cable from Marvel's Capcom 2, BB Hood from Vampire Slayers, Justice from Guilty Gear XX, Ancient Core and Reload, or Plus Reload, Darkwing Duck and Cammy from the Versus series. No, Darkwing Duck. Isn't there a game I can name that? And Meta Knight from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Miss Victoria. I believe she is the tutorial teacher of Skullgirls. Eh, I would say tap that, but oh, I'm just kidding. strict but caring teacher at St. Teresa's High School. When one of her students goes missing under violent circumstances, she takes it upon herself to investigate. Most would call such an act reckless, but seems to know an awful lot about fighting, and old insects die hard. That stick in her hand, I'm not sure, like a slasher type of character, maybe. Play stay, play style speculation. As a teacher, she prides herself on a vast knowledge of fighting games, adopting techniques from many of them while adding her own flair. Beware, when she's on the defensive too, as she adapts quickly. Use the same approach too often, and she'll be ready to counter. In addition to referencing famous fighting game moves, she would also possess attacks one expect from a teacher, such as throwing chalk, using blackboard, or making people hit books, or the other way around. I know, I never read these. Gameplay inspiration: Kyoko, Hato, and Hito rival schools. Vanguard Princess, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Guilty Gear, and every other fighting game you have never heard of, plus Dragon Claw. D Violet. She looks like a mix between what, Misfortune and what's Squiggly, the new DLC character. Like, and the part devil I see in her. What's with the whip? The Viper whip. Uh, Former crime fighter pulled into the web of intrigue woven around the latest Skullgirl, deciding, oh, I guess kind of based off of Squiggly, deciding it was too much for her stuffy, deciding it was too much for her stuffy citizen identity. She takes up her living weapon, the Pazuzu whip, to don her alter ego once more. So I'm guessing uh, uh, she was a former crime fighter, so she's back in action. Playside speculation. She may be less inhibited, but she still enjoys having control. Lick those boots. Despite being a heroic character, her general attack style would have a pagan and demonic mod to it, as well as a dominating aspect. Of course, she'd also be able to do some long distance attack with her versatile snake whip. The weapon can grow multiple snake heads and change individually as needed, kinda like Squiggly. D-Violet may do special animation on herself in order to power up. Kinda animations. If she reaches an intense enough level, she gains the ability to unleash wilder attacks. Similarly, she can curse the enemies with special attacks, putting them in a humiliating state and making them vulnerable to devastating special attacks. The balance of power swings entirely in Violet's direction. Everything from her posture on up is in her complete control. Her inspiration, whipped from the King Fire series, Poison from Final Fight and Street Fighter, Spider-Man from Marvel vs. Capcom, Johnny Cage for Combat, and Misane from Witchblade Anime, never saw that, and Morgan from Darkstalkers. Annie, I guess they have to add a lolly to this. character to this game. She's kind of cute. And bunny of hers. We'll just as popular figures in nationwide folk tales, a children's television adaptation of Annie and Sagan's adventures was memorable. The show's success lies in its pair of live-action hosts, who are as convincing as their cartoon counterparts. Though what the public learns about the real Annie might surprise them. So this is what she really is. Her playstyle, fiercer fight, fiercer than she looks, braver than anyone. It's Annie of the Stars. Now where's my paycheck? Annie. Sorry. Annie is a seasoned fighter who has been around for a long time, acquiring many skills and powers along the way. Her sword is forged from meteorite, can channel the power of the stars in its sweeping cleaves. Her right eye bounds her to remote Parasite and her partner Sagan. So I'm guessing Sagan is the bunny who grants her powers of galactic flight. When some of her abilities carry more of a sparkly, magical girl moth lolly, Annie tries to execute them with the same sternness. So, her inspirations: Kid Thunder from Mortal Kombat. I never heard of that character. Platinum the Trinity from Blaze Blue. Uh, Utso from the Toho game. Guts from Berserk. And Soul Bad Guy from the Guilty Gear series. Stanley! This Dagonian scientist pervert to fade into the background at work. Not that he is always successful. Stanley originally helped develop weapons in the now defunct lab form. But now, uh, but following the surprise attack on Lab A, it became clear the ASG needs all the fish manpower it can afford. He brings his previous inventions out of storage to fight alongside the soldiers because the ASG labs now know better than to have a shark without a freaking laser beam. So I guess like he's a scientist, so with laser gun, laser beam, and he's a part shark, so I'm guessing he'll use like his teeth to like chomp on other characters. He'll use his laser or oh, long range attacks, and his probably use like some mecha hands for like his melee. His playstyle uses a variety of shark themed attacks and high tech weaponry. Shark dive, shark knuckles, science upper, feeding frenzy. Be sure to check your work. In addition to shark themed attacks such as biting, diving, lunges, and even under the earth dives, Stanley would have a surprisingly solid boxing stance. Coming from scientists, I would not think of that. He's something of a sportsman, a fan of boxing and hockey. He also uses advantage, his advantage, his as, why can't I read? His advanced ASG arsenal from his lab 4 days to his advantage. This could include various laser guns, missiles, or something akin to Iron Man's proto cannon. He may even have laser skates or jetpack. Inspirations: Gordon Freeman for Half-Life, Iron Man Cyclops. Wow. Now, this character kind of interests me. It kind of looks like she has no hands, but uses like honeycombs to fight. I'm guessing she'll like have bees come out those honeycombs, and like those bees will probably make as fists, maybe. A flight cable ASG soldier implanted with Inforber's synthetic parasite Beetle bombs. A young member, she can be brash and irritable at times, but always has the team's best interest at heart. After all, they are the family she always wanted. Her playstyle, lots of crazy walls dive, weird movement options, and Stinger for heavily rush down face Pixie. Aerial supporting, thy name shall be Hive. Hive's moves would be themed after bees as well as fireplanes and bombers. So I'm guessing she can fly around the stage like to avoid damage. Her synthetic parasite default shape is a set interlocking hexagons wrapped around her arms. We get a picture of her. See her arms. But it can be shifted into various configurations such as a lance or a shield. Interesting. But also be able to launch them as B-shaped missiles and bombs. So inspiration. QB from Vampire Savior, Sentinel from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and X-Men Children of the Atom. Uh, let's see how many characters. Only 6 and we're already 20 minutes in. Wow. Now this character, I like his character design. I I believe it's pronounced Leduc. Leduc is a young ASG soldier who joined Lab A after the war. Con War? We don't know. Having yet to learn the details of Lab Zero's transgressions, his idyllic image of their organization will be challenged soon. The electricity his body channels is generated by his synthetic parasite, the Tarnus generator, which he can use to disable or destroy targets. Now I'm looking at like his character. He kind of looks like um Painwheel, like the costume. I like his feet. It looks awesome. Now the things on his sides, I'm thinking like those can like generate electricity, and like when he slams, like if he slams his hands together, like against an opponent, like in front of an opponent, opponent, oh, like if it's close enough, hit the opponent's head, causing like electric shocks going through his head. His playstyle, most of Leduc's attacks would be electrical and stun bolting. He's capable of charging his attacks for stronger versions, using electricity to hang from walls and ceilings, or magnetically attract and repulse opponents. So I'm guessing it's magnets. And I'm guessing like he can use his feet to like stab the opponents, but I don't think there's blood in this game, so I don't think so. They may cause a stun status effect as well, since his name comes from the nightmare state of Ledoux. Paralysis livestock can experience due to sunbolt. His army have two. No, his armies. His arms have two halves of tongs used on the heads of lice. Uh, while his feet are based off of electromagnets made out of needles with copper wire wrapped around. I was completely off. So, based on his inspiration, Nikola Tesla, the scientist, uh, Michael Roa Baldmagon from Melty Blood, and Captain Commando from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Uh, Allium. Now, Allium looks like a mix of Pinwheel and Double, because it looks like she's kind of like praying, and kind of like she kind of looks like Valentine too, but looks so weird. The mother figure of Lab 8, she was disfigured during the war before agreeing to be created with the synthetic parasite Salamander's shell, able to squeeze through tight spaces, like double I believe, secrete acid and wield drill. She is brilliant at infiltrating and sabotage. However, the nature of her abilities makes them cruel to use on other human beings. She avoids confrontation when possible, but if pushed to fight, she is the scariest member of the team. Her playstyle is range, poison, and area damage strategic play. So she probably leaves areas of the stage, like she put poisons on around the stage, like probably spikes, toxic to touch during level 3. Ilium is a kind soul, but her powers are disgusting and terrifying. She can wrap around the target and dissolve them into a puddle with disgusting with the digestive enzymes she secretes from her skin. She can also remove her mask and spit a stream of acid from her mouth. We can never see what her face looks like for the mask is far less terrifying alternate. Her body can stretch to a considerable length, giving her incredible range, and drill screws embedded in it can score additional hits for pretty wicked awesome attacks and shapes. So it is kind of like a mix between Double and Misfortune. And I just close the window and just get it back. Her inspiration is from Toxic Seahorse from Mega Man X3, Omega Red from Versus Series, Xenomorphs from Aliens, and Unknowns from Final Fantasy series. I like this character's designs. That's coming up next. Brain Drain. He looks cool. He kind of looks like a scarecrow based from like his hands. First listers. Count how many characters we did. Uh, 10. Got 5 more. Already at 30 more? Seriously? I think we should I'm going to end this video right here. We're gonna continue with Brain Drain next time. So this power, and I'll let you guys to please you can donate just $1. Donate to Skullgirls to keep it growing, to bring the DLC, and the links are in the description below. If you can, please donate. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm doing it of my own free will, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Power out.